for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the
Hold on.
wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Okay? Now I'm trying to get to the part where it's going to be very specific, but as you all know, in terms of the melanated man, woman, and child, these curses have been specifically, this spell work has been specifically cast upon the melanated man, woman, and child. The so-called powers that were, those who are in a position of power now who are currently losing that power, understood way back then in the age of Pisces that it would take a supernatural power of lower level entities to invoke harm and punishment over the chosen. They would have to speak this. It is an utterance. Okay, that's what a curse is. It is an utterance. So they conspired together to come up with a plan. They gathered together their witches, they gathered together their warlocks, and they conspired together of a plan in order to place this utterance, this curse, this ritual over the melanated man, woman, and child in order to uplift themselves into a position of power with the hopes that it would last for generations to come. This is where you get generational curses. Because their plan, their conspiracy, they conspired so that they projected, they wanted to see far out in the distance that they would maintain their position of power, moving through the age of Pisces all the way into the age of Aquarius. They wanted to maintain that curse. And the way that they've been able to do this the most strongly is by handing the melanated man, woman, and child in during this time of slavery, during the time of them invoking fear, they handed the melanated man and woman the Bible, the only book that they would allow to be read. Okay? And so then you have to ask yourself, why was this particular text, why was they comfortable with handing the melanated man and woman the Bible and they couldn't look at anything else? Largely because when they tampered with the original text and they removed much of the scriptures, they added many things to cater to their agenda, and they incited fear and handed the melanated man, woman, and child a false god that would further enhance their power through our energy, through our prayers, and through our focus. That God would be the false Christ, the European false Christ, also known as, who was, the portrait is said was, began with Caesar Borgia, who Leonardo da Vinci painted a portrait of Caesar Borgia, and it was also rumored that this man was a homosexual, and he died of syphilis, okay? But he was also so-called high-ranking in their kingdom, okay?